Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's been so long.
I know. And you know, it's funny because I was thinking about you lately. I often do. And I call, but I can't get through. You know what's interesting? We have so many fans of the show Lost that work here at the show that when the show just came back on the air, people were getting out of here early. Even in this era of TiVo, people were saying they had to be home, they had to see it when it aired. The intensity of the fans is really incredible. It's a tribute to the show. Do you get to experience the fans in person? Do you ever go to events where you meet these Lost fans?
I actually, in the first season, I went to Comic-Con, which I'd never even heard of before, and wow, I mean, that's a culture unto itself. It was full of these die-hard, super geeks. And they're great, though, because they make really, really good fans. And I actually, since
So you mean that affectionately, super geek?
Of course, yeah. So, coming from a geek herself, I think that's, you know, just a warm feeling that I think of when I think of
You consider yourself a geek?
I think I was a real geek at heart. You know, everything inside of me just feels kind of geeky. I really like to read, and I'm a loner, and
You are just... so many glasses are shattering right now all across the country. I can't believe it's true! You'll be mine forever! I mean, this is a real...
Do you include yourself in that group?
Please, what are you talking about? I was more of a jock, if you know what I mean. Meaning I could go like that. We'll talk about me later. Well, what happens when you're at an event like Comic-Con and you're extraordinarily beautiful woman? I don't mean to embarrass you, but it's in the dictionary. And you show up, and these guys see you. How do they react in person? Do they get very nervous?
Well, I think it's kind of similar to high school. You know, guys are always a kind of all thumbs and a little bit fumbly, a little bit bumbly. You know, they don't really. There's never any perversion. You know, there's nothing uncomfortable.
There was perversion in my high school.
Right.
I was a pervert myself. But let's just say there's no perversion in high school. But you would, so these guys get very nervous. They just do.
I think they get a little uncomfortable, but you know, I'm okay with that because like I said, you know, I sort of like that side of things. You know, I'm attracted to guys who, you know, I just think, okay, here's my theory on men.
Yes, let's talk about what kind of men you're attracted to.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. I just think that if a guy for his entire life was sort of that chiseled, you know, Herculean god, you know, from the time he was born, he was just that sort of
just
pinnacle
good looking
of perfection.
and muscular.
Muscly and all those things. He never has to make up for any shortcomings with personality or intelligence or comedy.
Yes!
You know, or red, beautiful hair flying in the wind.
Amen! 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 I bow to you. No, because those guys don't have to work for it.
Well, they
don't
think they do
I
anyway.
mean, guys like us, but when what you're saying is that when a guy is not clear what his talent is originally.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think, for example, I mean, you must have had it tough as a ginger.
I had a red bowl haircut and freckles.
Oh, that's what.
Hello, ladies.
So funny.
Yeah, it was a freak show on wheels.
You had to make up for it somehow.
I had to make up for it, and I made up for it by
just growing it really long and making it really obvious and being really funny.
Oh, good. You finally got to something. I made up for it by, growing your hair in a crazy way. Good for you, Conan. No, I overcame many things. I think a lot of people watching did. But I think you're right. I think that's nice. So you like a guy that maybe has more subtle charms.
Yes. You know, or more obvious charms and more subtle looks.
Yeah, okay. That's nice.
Perhaps. Not necessarily.
You talked about yourself, you know, a little bit. What kind of child were you? I've read that you didn't watch a lot of television. Read a lot of television. You didn't get to. I'm nervous. Pretty. You didn't watch a lot of television growing up. So what did you do to amuse yourself?
I was one of those kids who had a bunch of imaginary friends. I had a league of imaginary friends. Like I said, I was a geek.
A whole bunch of imaginary friends,
but, oh, God, there was actually this one friend who I lost, Tracy. My imaginary friend Tracy and I were on the water slides. We were having a really good time, laughing and playing. And suddenly she jumped from the water slide onto a grassy knoll and left me zooming down the water slide going, wait, Tracy, come back. And I never saw her again.
I am so scared right now. How do you lose an imaginary friend? That sounds like you had a psychotic break. So you never saw this imaginary friend again? You never saw Tracy again?
No, I was driving away from the water slides in the back of my parents' station wagon, like watching out the back window, going, Tracy, come back. Tracy, where are you? I was that unpopular that not even my imaginary friends liked me.
Well, guess who's making a surprise cameo on the show tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Tracy. Hug. Hug. That's crazy. Now let's talk about. I'm gonna move this thing along.
True, for my
You're
sake.
crazy. And I like it. You are doing a very nice. We have occasionally a celebrity will come on the show and talk about their charity work. You're doing a charity auction, is that correct?
Yes, on eBay through Auction Cause.
Auction Cause, and what's
Yes.
this will help? This will benefit.
This will benefit Task Brazil, troubled and abandoned kids of Brazil.
Okay, that's a very good cause.
It's a very good cause. The children of the favelas in Brazil. If you look into favela, it's very wrought with a lot of tragedy and heartache and very very difficult. But our favela, a lingerie company, and I have partnered to auction off lingerie on eBay, and it's starting bidding tomorrow, I believe, at 99 cents per piece.
Okay.
And all the money raised, proceeds, whatever we get back, is going to go towards Task Brazil.
So now this is, I think we have a photograph of you modeling the lingerie.
Yes.
I think this would help the cause to show it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Beautiful. This is anything for charity. What's different about this lingerie? It's special, right?
It is, and Brazilians are amazing because Brazilian women, I don't know if you know this, but what's attractive in Brazil is actually a smaller chest and a larger butt.
Yes.
Kind of the opposite of in North America.
They worship the butt, yes.
Yes, exactly. So the good thing is they know how to make bras for smaller-chested women. I include myself in that group. And so, and it's also female-made. It's not just Brazilian, it's a woman who designs them. So, for example, in North America, they think every woman wants to look like this.
Oh, goodness.
Wants their breasts like
oh, my
up
God.
in their neck.
I wasn't prepared. You just attacked yourself. I think your imaginary friend just molested you. That was Tracy who did that. All right, I'm okay now.
Okay.
I'm fine now.
Okay, brace yourself.
I'm good. I'm
This
giving
might
money to this
happen
charity.
It's working. My magical powers are working.
Must give all money. So
wait, okay,
smaller.
but
American women, they think big. Yeah, just do that again. Yeah.
But I think if you're a smaller-chested woman, you don't want that.
No.
You don't want that. You want more of like just this. Not like up in your neck, but just sort of a lift. Just
Let's
a little
review
lift.
again. I'm like a guy on the subway.
Or a Comic-Con.
I'm a Comic-Con. Hello there. Okay. Well, it's a good cause.
Great lingerie.
Very good lingerie, and I'm about to pass out.
You're almost there. Hang in there.
Lost, as if I even had to mention this, but Lost airs Wednesday nights at 9 on ABC, and a lot of people are very excited about that. Thank you so much for coming on the show. You're the best.
Thank you.
Evangeline Lilly. I love Evangeline. We'll be right back. Kevin Connolly. Stick around.